in 313-444-8919. I used to do the late night shift, but I don't do that one anymore. That first time, 8 hours by yourself, you run out of things to talk about. I started talking about things on your wall.
Yep.
On your wall. So the next year we brought in a couple of people to help. I had Derek Shelmerdine, great author of Rock and Roll Unraveled. He joined me the one year, and then we had our good friend Paul Farah join us that year as well. I guess we'll say for people who call in, maybe we'll just give this away to people who call in. Anybody who's brave enough to call in.
Yeah,
they get scared to call in.
Yeah,
especially when I'm talking.
Shady gets really rude on the phone sometimes.
Well, he's a jerk. I was going to say a bad word, and I stopped myself. I Captain America'd myself. Right
Captain America.
Speaking of Captain America, did you see the new Avengers trailer?
I have not yet. I haven't had time to watch it. This weekend's been insane.
I mean, it was depressing at the end of the movie. I mean, is there spoilers? I mean, we've all seen it, right? Hopefully, right?
Infinity War.
Okay, I don't want to spoil anybody. Everybody on the radio, nod. We've all seen it. Great. Okay, glad because So it was really sad at the end of the movie. Well, they start this trailer off. We've been waiting forever. We don't know the name. Nothing. What happens? It's it's called End Game, by the way. End Game. But it starts the damn trailer out. There's Tony floating in space. No air left. No food left. Basically, crap out of luck. Just floating home somewhere. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm spoiling. It's just a trailer. You can go watch it yourself.
It's okay.
I'm not ruining the movie, who knows where they're going with this damn movie.
When did the movie come out?
It hasn't yet. This is the new trailer for
brand new trailer.
Well, they're not spoiling it. Right. Like you said, this is just in the trailer.
This is just a trailer. So, the movie comes out in April, which Captain Marvel then comes out in March. Find out that there's a Spider-Man movie, although Spider-Man was dusted. So we have to figure out how that happens. We don't know. That's going to be something they're going to have to explain in the movie, I guess.
Because there's not everything. The movies are not released in chronological order. Captain America movie didn't necessarily happen after Thor. Most of the Captain America movie happened first, before even the first Iron Man movie. So that's probably where they can go. They can obviously undust him, but it's also very possible that this is stuff that happened prior to,
Who knows in Marvel? It could be a prequel. It could be
right. Yeah, they could jump anywhere.
They bring people back to life and go backwards in time and.
Get this.
They can do anything they want because Thanos has a time stone.
I stopped watching superhero movies a while ago just because I started getting kind of bored with them. I didn't really care to do the superhero movies anymore. So you just said something to me that I did not know about.
What's that?
And that is that they dusted my favorite superhero, which is Spider-Man.
Oh, he's gone. He's
literally dust.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Into dust.
See, that's a fail for John.
Was actually
if you don't care about catching up in the movies, I can tell you the basic gist of it.
It doesn't matter. I mean, they just killed off my favorite one while they still got.
Well, they killed off
half of everyone in the universe.
Hold on. If you watch the trailer now, it's not half of everyone. Black Widow makes it pretty clear. Half of all life. That means half of the all animals. Life. That's everything.
All the amoeba, everything.
Everything gone. So yes. Thanos, so they go from that to Thanos real quick. He's walking, limping, by the way. He's limping. He's still got the gauntlet. It's all charred. This is the trailer. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Go there. It's really exciting. It's actually depressing. Then it jumps to Cap. There's Cap. And he's talking about some plan he's got. And that's going to work. And he's with Black. And it's just those two. You see Thor. He doesn't say anything. He's just like defeated. Now you got to realize Thor, he's gone on this arc. He's lost his mother. He's lost his father. He's lost his brother, his best friend, half of his people. His sister, he had to kill her. He's got nothing left, right? He lost his hammer. That's his favorite thing in the universe, right? My hammer. I mean, he's got a new, it's like an axe now. Stormbreaker. If you didn't know, that was Beta Ray Bill's axe in the comic books. So I'm assuming that at some point he's going to come claim that sucker.
Maybe. Well, in the movies they made it for Thor, so I mean, it's could they introduce Beta Ray Bill? Possibly. Will they? Not necessarily.
Yeah, with the expanded universe,
because they don't a lot of things got changed for the movies. Like in the original Infinity War comic, it was Silver Surfer who came crashing through Doctor Strange's house. In the movie, it became the Hulk because they didn't have rights to Silver Surfer yet.
Yep.
So it was still the crashing into Strange's house, but they just made it Hulk instead of Silver Surfer.
Well, that's interesting because switching to Captain Marvel trailer, you saw you haven't seen it, I'm sure.
I haven't seen that yet.
Okay. She's got two of them. The first one has what they call the Skrulls, or these space aliens from another part of the galaxy.
Skrulls, yeah.
Yeah, they're shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters,
yes.
Yep.
So they, it's straight out of the comic books. There's a part where people die in the water. They their car drives off, and then the Skrulls take over their body and shapeshift into their. Well, in the trailer, there's the four Skrulls walking right out of the water, and I'm thinking they took that right out of the damn comic books. They're good about that. Even the new Spider-Man outfit, it's red, and then it's got the dark black this time, and Mysterio's the bad guy. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you're gonna really. I think
I love Mysterio.
Jake Gyllenhaal is Mysterio.
Really?
Yes.
I love Mysterio. He's like one of my favorite villains. Especially, I used to watch all the old cartoons, back in the day, and Mysterio was one of the villains on there. And I've been in the comics as well. So
they just dropped the trailer at Comic-Con. We didn't get to see it here. I guess they're being real secret about it. But I can understand because you got Captain Marvel still, you got Avengers 4. So you don't want to throw out too much especially with the guy who's dusted. You don't want to give out too many clues of how he's back. But he's also got this stealth outfit that's really cool. I don't know if have you seen the pictures of it? So there were some pictures from Comic-Con, and Spider-Man's got this it looks like a shield outfit actually,
it's complicated.
But it's a Spider-Man.
See, now I have no mic. Now it doesn't work.
He was rubbing his mic off over there. I don't know what he was doing.
It's working.
You're very loud.
Well, then maybe my headphones aren't working. Okay.
That's what it is.
Headphones aren't working?
They're working now, I think. They're a little quiet, but that's okay.
So do we have anybody in the chat room? I don't know if anybody's over there. Is there anybody there?
So my thing, okay, I just want to see Marvel Zombies. I want to see that part happen. So in order to do that, you're going to have to start a whole new series of movies and pretend some of the other ones didn't happen.
Just be an alternate reality timeline, the same as it was in the comics. That's not
because Spider-Man's full on in those.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with getting into this Infinity War and Avengers 4. Whatever they do to fix everything, it's either going to have to be time or dimensional. I would think like reality or something. So and with them getting all the Fox people now, whatever they undo is probably going to be undone, and that'll be the in for the X-Men and the zombies and the Blades and all those other ones. And man, if they find a way to bring Blade back, I'd love it because that really is one of my favorite characters. And Wesley, I'd just take him if I know he's 1,000 years old, but I just think it'd be cool to have Wesley back as Blade.
I don't know who else you would get. Who else would you get that could do that part? What would you get, like Idris Elba or somebody? Who are you going to get?
Well, they just killed Idris because he was
he was Heimdall.
Yes, Heimdall.
I just mean who would you get to play? Who else would you get besides Wesley Snipes to play Blade? That'd be
Marvel's going really young.
That would take some casting.
As far as their casting is concerned, they're going really young. They want to keep these people for a long time.
Yeah.
I think they learned a little bit by how they casted the original group that they should have casted just a little younger. Not their characters are good and their people are right. They just probably wish those guys were a little younger.
Yeah,
and
that's why the contracts are going to end, and it's going to they're going to cycle through all this stuff.
I'm not convinced Cap is gone. A lot of people are. I am not convinced Cap is gone. Watch the trailer. And there's some other things that the directors have said that just give me hope that they're not going to kill off. I don't think they want to give up these guys. I think it's just better to keep the. Well, you have to. They talk about you have to have some kind of deaths to make this a real thing, right? Make it feel like the movie has some depth to it. But if you find a way to keep these guys, you don't have to give them another movie. You can just have them filling in a Spider-Man movie, a Captain Marvel movie. There's still going to be 2 more Doctor Strange movies. You got 2 more Black Panther movies, and they've been teaming everybody up. So it's almost never a solo movie anymore.
That part is true for sure.
In the first I'll call it the first Black Panther movie. It's not really. There's going to be more, but I mean, like in Black Panther, his rival that took away his crown and his Black Panther status.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
He'd be a pretty good Blade. Unfortunately, he's already been tapped.
That was the first person I thought of when he asked that question.
He's already been tapped in the Marvel universe, but then again, so was Chris Evans, and they
Kevin Hart
brought him back. But Kevin Hart.
That's back when he was a Cub.
Fantastic Four wasn't part of the MCU though, so that's how
true.
Chris Evans was able to make the leap to.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying though that
and just because he's done playing
Panther
Captain
Cub.
America doesn't necessarily mean Captain will get killed off. That somebody else. In fact, in the comics, Bucky picked up the shield and became Captain America for a while after Steve Rogers became Nomad or something.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan could possibly become. Who knows?
So somebody else could become the new Captain America. Somebody else became, Iron Man too at some point. So they can put different people and different characters in the role of Iron Man.
They have
Captain
so many
America.
storylines to pull from.
Right,
They
exactly.
Can do
Anybody can take over as Iron Man because the superhero is the suit. And
exactly.
as long as you are, a person who believes in strategy and knows fighting and all that kind of stuff, then you can utilize the suit. Just like anybody could also step into the role of Batman, pretty much, because Batman is just a well-trained fighter with a lot of cool gadgets around
He's a tech hero.
His waist. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of characters can be replaced because the superhero isn't the person in the costume; it's the costume.
It's persona.
Or the intelligence of the person in the costume.
But that can be replaced, though. That can be replaced with another intelligent
person. That's one of my favorite lines from the movies, is when Captain America and Iron Man are interacting, and he's like, take off that suit, who are you? He's like, billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Here's something to add to that, though, because Disney has pretty much sewn up the rights to Fox. They're now going to have their own streaming site. So they've announced in the last about a month and a half that they're going to do a 8-part series for Loki, which is going to have Hiddleston.
He is going to be in it? I heard this about the series, but I didn't hear he was signed on to do it.
So I'm thinking that's going to be in the past. They're going to fill in some... I think this is a great place to fix plot holes, right? They're going to do one for Vision.
Good, because they're certainly not going to fix any potholes.
Well, not in Michigan. Not in Michigan. And then what they said, Scarlet. Oh, and you guys brought up a Winter Soldier. They're going to do a Falcon Winter Soldier team up for an 8-part series.
Oh.
And so I'm not sure
Marvel
there's going
team
to be. Yeah, I'm not sure that they're going to bring somebody else into the mantle of Captain America. In fact,
they may not. We don't know what they're going to do, but it's possible.
Anything's
they brought
possible
back
in Marvel.
the Red Skull. There is a small possibility, in my humble opinion, that they're going the Secret Empire route, so they can bring him back for the Avengers movies, and then they can have the separate, Doctor Strange movie or the separate Spider-Man movie. You don't have to do another Cap movie, and you don't have to do another Iron Man movie. In fact, it's probably better.
Exactly the same way that there's not ever going to be another Hulk movie. Hulk is just always in everybody else's movies.
I think he dies. That's one of the guys I think they can make expendable. They've got Captain Marvel, who's way OP, and they don't need Hulk anymore. And because they can't do his own franchise and his own movies, I think they can make him the expendable one.
The martyr?
Yep. And up against Thanos, fighting him to the death, both of them to the death, would be a nice conclusion after the first thing we saw is him getting his hand or his ass handed to him in the Infinity War, which he did.
And since the gauntlet is ruined because of the power that was used in it, I do believe, if I remember, it's been a long time since I read the comics, but I think that that he can't do what he did before, so he A, can't undo it, but B, he can't use those stones together to do anything like like godly. So fighting Thanos won't be quite as dangerous as if he had the entire fully functional gauntlet. So they may have a shot at beating him. So that's, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, the fact that he was limping in the trailer tells me that it exerted a lot of energy to where it hurt him, because he was pretty powerful without it.
Yes.
I mean, Iron Man put everything he had into it, and he had just a little drop of blood, as he said. So,
well, I'm certainly sure that it took something out of him to use it, because it's like, you know, it's the most powerful item in the universe. I don't care who you are. It's like in the Guardians of the Galaxy, you saw someone would touch one of those stones and be destroyed. He had a gauntlet that was designed to contain all 6 of them, but the gauntlet was destroyed, but he still got all 6 stones, so I could see it doing some damage to him for sure.